That's what I got. Well, the plan is, where this comes out of the head here, you take a new line and come out of that into a copper coil that you have to bend, not only for vibrational dampening purposes, but it also acts as a condensate too. That actual hot air will really start to cool in this coil because it's got a lot of travel. Then from there we go into a check valve. It's 1/2 inch IPS, which is iron pipe size inlets, both sides. They have one at eBay. It's like $13. Then out of that to a valve, ball valve for isolation purposes. You can't put that in. Then from there we go into the inlet side of the coil, condenser coil. I got a gauge on there because there was a 1/8 tapping for an air bleeder, and I don't no longer need an air bleeder, so I'm going to put a gauge in to see what's going on inside the coil. So we have a gauge. We're going to go into the coil. Out of the coil. Another valve. So if this thing goes wrong, I really should cut in a T here, in here, and throw in a valve here. And if anything here goes wrong, I could shut this valve off and shut this valve off, and I can still continue with the journey of this, essentially this unit. So off of that, we're going to grab 2 of these. I got one. I'm going to go here into another, and possibly a third. Out of that, back up into the compressor tank. To that point, this whole condensing unit area is done. I may or may not go with this. That's an awful lot of valves, but that's a way to go. And then if you do have problems upstream with it, you can actually isolate it and bypass it. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I might just go in and out and be done with it. So that would be the proper way to do it. So then out of that, I'm going to go into another set of water separators, and then to a regulator, and then wherever else it goes. So that is DE something under there. Okay guys, so pretty much that's what we're looking at. This is all 1/2 inch soft copper tubing. Once again, once I get this in, I'll get all the parts ready and I'll show you what's entailed in installing it. This may or may not happen. I am going to take this coil and kick one end up a little bit so it's pitched this way. So the air will go and travel, and or I might just do it level. We'll just keep it level. We'll just keep it level. Dead nuts. And yeah, so that's the plan, and that's what we're looking at. I got the fitting soldered on. It was brazed on. I had to drill it out. I had to drill out the old copper and stuff, and it's not pretty, but I really had to load some. When I drilled it out, I actually ate too much of the brass fitting, so the copper was fitting in there loose, so I had to load it up with solder. I cut that section out and just soldered that back in there, and then I took the comb, which is 14. Where are you? 14. And I just, went through it, and I straightened out a whole bunch of them, and I still have a little bit more to go on the bottom, but as you can see, you can actually see through the coil now. Your cotton was all full of dust before, so I have been cleaning out all the stuff that's in here, and this should work. I mean, you can use it. You can use a condenser coil for a car. It's aluminum. This was free, so that's why I'm going this route. And it actually comes in with integral bracket slot, so you can just hang it up. You know, it's got the built-in brackets, so I don't have to worry about making some sort of hanging device for it. So the plan is that it's a Saturday and not much going on in the garage. Very humid. Actually, it's too humid. The only thing I did do was I went to the junkyard and I got some parts for Rudy here. For some reason, this car didn't have a little filler strips down here. These little metal strips. They go right below the tail lights and the harnesses from being in the flood. All the pins in here. No, it was on this side. All this stuff was corroded so bad. So I went out and got a couple of harnesses for it. And yeah, that's about it. So I got a little bit more sanding to do here. Picked up a Harbor Freight air file. That one is dead. I'm gonna retire it, be done. Maybe just hang it on the wall as a little memento. And but it worked good. Plugged it in and it ran it. And so far everything's been working good with the actual automatic valve there. And you can pump them out, see if I can get it to stop. Down, cleaned off all the pin on that. It's tough being in this garage, it's so small. This fender's just about done. Gotta hand sand this now and get that line, and that's done. And what's next will probably after Rudy, I gotta fix that. It's spitting, but there's no water in the tank, so that's a good thing. I keep draining it. So, this is Mark in the second gen. I also like to wish all the dads out there tomorrow a happy, safe Father's Day. Enjoy your families and be safe. And just take it easy. So, to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. Be well, be safe, and we will see you on the next one, fellas. Peace.